Ever feel like you're just stuck, unable to connect the way you want? Like your dream social life is just out of reach? What if I told you it's closer than you think? The thing is, I used to feel the same exact way, overthinking every conversation, struggling to find my place. It was like I was always outside looking in. But that all changed when I discovered how to break free from this. After years of battling social anxiety and isolation, I cracked the code to building real connection. And now I'm on a mission to help others do the same. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple steps to stop overthinking, break free from this isolation, and start building the social life you always dreamed of. Look back, my whole life felt like a series of constant moves, physically and emotionally, like literally. I moved between countries to countries, never staying on one place long enough to build real connection. Each time I got comfortable, I was uprooted and thrown into a new set of rules and new faces. I remember trying to fit in the school in a Latin country. The other kids spoke a language I barely understood. I didn't know the culture, references, jokes, or how to even connect. I felt so different, like an outsider in my own skin. Then when I got to US, I was still the new kid and still struggling with the same things. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't shake the feeling that everyone had already had their social circles, and I was just the awkward kid trying to fit in. It was the same story over and over again. I watched people socialize effortlessly, laughing, exchanging stories, making connection. I just felt invisible. No matter how hard I tried, I always felt like I wasn't enough. Like there was some invisible barrier between me and everybody else. I still remember thinking, like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just be normal while talking to people? And one day I had this epiphany that changed everything. I was at this party at a big social gathering in US. I had worked myself up for days, rehearsing what I will say when I go there. How will I act? How will I try to fit in with people? Watch some videos in there, watch some quick fixes on how to start a conversation, some conversation starters you can use while talking to people. I used all of them. But the moment I stepped into that room, I felt the weight of all of it. The pressure to be someone I wasn't. And in that moment, something inside just clicked for me. I realized something so simple but so profound. All these years, I've been trying to fit into the mold of what I thought made people likable, like funny, extroverted, proving myself to others. But I never once stopped to ask myself, who am I? Really? The real issue wasn't that I didn't fit in. It was that I was trying to be someone else instead of just being myself. I had to stop hiding the real me. That moment was a turning point. It wasn't about trying to be likable. It was about embracing who I really was. The quirks, the flaws, and everything. But the thing is, I wasn't sure where to start. And as with anything, with any big changes, there's always some setbacks. I remember one night after I had this realization, someone invited me to their gathering. The thing is, there were the people I didn't see real connection or any vibe in between each other. But the thing is, I was so coward, and I thought, if I say no, they'll think that I'm just being rude or being weird. So I went. But once I was there, I felt worse than ever. I couldn't connect with anyone. Everyone was talking about things I had no interest in. And I was stuck in a conversation about something I didn't care, just to avoid judgment. That's when it hit me hard. I hadn't learned to set real boundaries for myself yet. I had to able to say no when something didn't align with who I truly was. That night, I made a promise to myself. No more pretending. I started small though. I began writing down things I liked and didn't like. What drove me, what made me unique, what made me cringe. I realized I had been living my life in a autopilot, constantly saying yes to things that I didn't feel right to. It wasn't about being rude or selfish. It was about respecting myself. Over time, I became more and more comfortable in my own skin. I stopped trying to fit in and started owning my own uniqueness. Setting boundaries wasn't just saying no. It was about respecting my time, my energy. And when I did this, I started to attract the right people. People who didn't need me to pretend or to be someone else I wasn't. The more I leaned into who I really was, the more genuine the connection I began to make. And fast forward to today, I'm in a place where I'm surrounded by people who get me. I learned to express my true self, my interests, my values, without fear. And the best part, the people I connected with aren't just accepting me for who I am, they respect me. I found my people, the social circle, who appreciate me for me. And I'm not afraid to be vulnerable with them. The more I started to see that this is the key to building a genuine social life. And at the end of the day, it wasn't changing who I was. It was about getting comfortable with myself. And when I did that, everything else fell into place. The fear of judgment faded, and I started creating connections that felt real and meaningful. You might be asking, so what is in for me? How can I start doing the same thing? To embrace your true self and break through this social anxiety, here are some few things you can start doing today. First, identify and accept your true self. Spend time reflecting on what you value, who you truly are as of right now, and embrace every part of yourself, even the parts you try to hide. And once you do that, you're going to be able to break free from that and improve even more. Second, say no when it's necessary. Practice setting boundaries by saying no to situations that don't serve your authentic self. It can start small, like declining an event or a request that doesn't align with your values. This form of saying no is a form of self-respect. It makes space for things that truly matters to you. The third is vulnerability and honest expression. I know it's hard nowadays to express ourselves, to be vulnerable. So what you can do, we can start small. Start by sharing your thoughts, your feelings with people you actually trust. And from over there, you can start small and build your authenticity. Vulnerability creates deeper connection and help others feel safe in being themselves too. The more you practice this in safe places, the more confident you'll become in expressing your true self in all social settings. And honestly, I think that this is why our community members are seeing drastic results. They're surrounded by people who truly understand what it's like to feel stuck and know what it takes to break through. And if you're actually serious about breaking free from the social anxiety and building the connections you've always wanted to, I'd love to invite you to my free community. It's designed specifically for ambitious men who want to build confidence and form real, genuine connections with other people. I've created this community because I saw how society, the education system, and even our upbringings often fail to teach us how to actually truly connect with others. Inside are over 100 men learning directly from me, supporting each other on how to overcome their fears, stop overthinking, and finally show up confidently in social situations. If that sounds like something you would like to be part of, click the first link in the description below. It only takes a minute to sign up. It's completely free. You can leave anytime if you choose to. But the guys who joined find it hard to live because how much progress they've made. So I can't wait to see you in. I see you inside.